So one of the tacticas with Fireball Island is using the cave systems to move about. This idea that you move up to certain points on the island and it's a numbered space. You roll a d6 and then you're able to come out on the other side of the island or a similar space. Essentially, it's a shortcut to get from one side of the island to the other. Literally, the island breaks up into three pieces, right? Two lower pieces, one kind of mid-tier top piece. Navigating that top piece becomes a little bit dangerous because the paths narrow down, but also kinetically, just when the fireballs deploy or someone tries to nail you with an ember marble, they're picking up speed and they have the ability to kind of roll down. So I don't want to be on the bottom as best I can. That middle space is kind of safe, still a little dangerous. Utilizing the caves can get you from one place to the other. The other important aspect with the caves is at a certain point, when you have a treasure, we explored this in the first vlog of Tactica, the heart of Volcar, right? It's the most powerful treasure in the game. You kind of have two options. Go up there and grab it yourself and deal with that possibility, or wait. Let someone else do the heavy liftings. Let someone else grab that treasure and then steal it from them, go after them. Or if everyone else is going after that player and you're trying to run away, that's a chance for you to grab more treasure slabs, to grab the other treasures on the island, because people kind of become, I mean, it looks awesome. It looks cool, right? It's an amazing physical treasure in the game. You want to grab that. You want to be able to put that on your character card and have those bragging rights, especially if you can make it off the island. I would get that thing like mounted in just a massive like chain and wear it around my neck, right? But from that perspective, what you also see is players will grab the heart of Volcar and everyone becomes obsessed about it. Like, I understand I want to steal it from you for the lulz, and so I can like have bragging rights during the game. I understand it's worth a guaranteed fixed 7 points, one of the most powerful treasures in the game. But at the same time, if everyone starts going after that, well, I can try to go after it too, if someone has it, to steal it from them. Or I can kind of pull back and say, you know what? I'm going to try and just gobble up all the other treasures that I can. Now, here's where this leads into the cave system, which leads into the boulder, which is one of the expansions. It's kind of really fun and a neat mechanic, but also has good risks versus rewards, or I should say more rewards versus risks. You utilize the cave system to quickly get to the other side of the island if people are following you, okay? If people are following me to steal the heart of Volcar, I've got it. I don't know what they have in their hand. I could have a 6 card. I can have an 8 movement card. They might have a 12 movement card. You will get overtaken at some point with the island based on the places you can go and how it twists and turns. You will get overtaken. But if you can jump into the cave, since it's not linear, you could pop out on another side somewhere. If someone's on the other side of the island, you could literally walk out in front of them. But it's a great way, if you have the heart, to kind of move around. Now, with that framework leading into the boulder expansion is this, it's a foam boulder, and it represents the facts that the caves are unstable and there's lava flow and the island's getting ready to blow up, so we're trying to loot it as fast as we can. When this deploys, when you play the card with the boulder, you get to put the boulder on a cave entrance, any cave entrance. And then, like the ember marbles, you give it a little push, you give it a little flick with your finger. Any figure that it knocks down, you get 2 treasures. You get to take 2. And given that the size of the boulder, it is a little bit easier to flick this thing. And the caves offer unique perspectives in that if we compare it to the ember marbles are marbles that are on fixed places of the board. You can't hide from them all if someone deploys an ember marble to try and hit you, but you can kind of cut down on certain paths or move certain places where you're not guaranteed safe, but you're close to being safe. The cave system allows you to deploy the boulder, and the fact that it's bigger in many different areas. It's much easier to hit someone. Plus, it's physically a larger thing, almost to the point where you want to practice like not flicking it directly, but like having it hop or having it move. Because it doesn't say necessarily how you have to do it. You can have it kind of jump, right? We want to kind of utilize that. Where you get held up is when I'm moving, if we're playing with the boulder, as I move to the caves, either to move to the other side of the island or I've got the Heart of Volcar and I'm trying to move, I'm trying to stay behind trees. I'm trying to line up with those spaces as best I can, physically using the palm trees to block the boulder because it is so big. It is so massive from that. It can get hung up on those things. But tactically deploying it, I really like to play the boulder card. I prefer it over the embers. I'm going to take whatever I have in my hand. But the boulder's great because it's easier to control. It's a little bit easier to aim. You can have it hop over things, and you get to steal 2 treasures over the 1.